Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another video on the channel. Today we have Gameweek 32 Premier League predictions. I'm joined by just Philip for this video.
Hi.
If you didn't see the last video, this is going out on Thursday. It's currently Monday. It's going out on Thursday, so there's a couple of games left. So if you want to check out the last video, it was with Ashley. And if you want to see Philip absolutely roasting Ashley for thinking Arsenal are going to win 2-0, you know the result by now, so it could have been 2-0, but I don't think it will be. Then go and check it out. Also, subscribe to the channel because there is 30 days left in the Premier League or whatever, and there's about 5 or 6 game weeks, and it's all going to be covered here because we are absolute alpha dons. So starting off with this, we have a absolute belter of a game. It's a derby, Midlands derby, Aston Villa versus Wolves. For us, they've just played well but lost against Chelsea. And Wolves had a Dharma Traore come and dismantle bloody
He looks
West
different,
Ham.
doesn't he? Dharma Traore doesn't look the same without beard.
It's a Midlands derby though. Any derby, form goes out the window. This has one scoreline written all over it, and that's a Desmond 2-2. Can't say anything else apart from a Desmond, and if you think anything else but a Desmond, then you're on crack.
In my personal opinion, yeah, Villa are shit. They played alright against Chelsea, but yeah, they're in a rough situation. Wolves played West Ham, made quite easy work of them. But yeah, it's got the hallmarks of a close game, a close encounter, because the way that Aston Villa played against Chelsea, they really showed themselves off for quite a while, and obviously, like I've said, fell apart. But anyway, I think the derby factor kind of diminished with no fans. In terms of the score prediction, I think 1-0 Wolves, and I think it will be that man, Dharma Traore.
Moving on to Watford versus Southampton. Watford, as we're recording this, you're going to hear that a lot in any fucking video in a minute. But as we're recording this, they just drew to Leicester, which had 2 late goals. And Southampton, as we're recording this, bloody smacked Norwich. Danny Ings is a bloody class player, and I think it's almost guaranteed they're going to smack Arsenal. But you know, when you beat teams quite comfortably, everyone expects you to do well. I think this is going to be a tight game. Watford are still fighting to stay up. I see a 1-1 here. It has potential to have a lot of goals and has potential for either team to win, but I just think Southampton, Danny Ings is just going to want to try and go for the golden boot, let's face it, and Watford are trying to stay up.
Like Aaron said, Watford left it late to score against Leicester. In terms of Southampton, yeah, they whipped Norwich 3-0. It was an easy game, really easy game.
Yeah.
Walk in the park, really. And I see Southampton's form continuing. 2-1 to Southampton. I think that they are on a real good run of form. I think next season they could potentially be an underdog for top 10.
Well, they could lose Danny Ings. They're
I don't think
almost going to lose Højbjerg, but we were saying yesterday about Harrison Reed.
Harrison Reed,
he could be crucial to them next season.
If they integrate him into the team, he's an absolute god.
And they've got a brilliant manager as well. Moving on to Crystal Palace versus Burnley. Burnley play tonight as we're recording this against Man City. It's almost guaranteed they're going to lose. Crystal Palace beat Bournemouth on the weekend. Palace, Burnley, you know, I've noticed a trend in these type of games for Crystal Palace. They keep clean sheets at home a lot and they win by 1 goal, so I'm going with a 1-0 win for Crystal Palace.
I also noticed that stat. So
I've just picked up on it through Soccer Saturdays.
I've also gone with a 1-0 Palace.
Everyone's thinking that.
And I'm thinking probably Jordan Ayew for a boring game.
Milivojevic fucking penalty.
Oh, that was a good. Was it a free kick?
It was a free kick the other day.
Free kick. He's good at free kicks. He's a good player.
Yeah, he is. Now Brighton versus Man United. Brighton on the weekend provided us with lots of memes. And it's a good thing because Troops made himself look like an absolute fucking clown. I don't see that continuing this time though with Man United and Mark Goldbridge. I think Man United, they played well against us. They made me shit my fucking pants. Rashford didn't really perform as well as I expected him to. When Pogba and Greenwood came on, it completely changed the game. Mixed in with a bit of Bruno Fernandes spice. And you had a good 3 players there. You obviously put Rashford into the mix and you've got a dangerous 4 players there. I only see one result here. As in, maybe not winning. I think they're going to win 3-1. De Gea had an absolute howler against us. Roy Keane ripped him.
Although, when he made his mistake, the save he made after that,
Yeah, it was good. Son's header.
like Aaron said against Manchester United against Tottenham, it was an interesting game. When Pogba and Greenwood came on, it completely changed things, and you knew from that point on that there was such a change in momentum. I said in a previous video about how it'd be interesting to see how Pogba and Fernandes integrated into the midfield together. And even Pogba came off the bench, and still, you could tell that there was chemistry between them.
Straight away.
I think there was a ball in by Pogba, and Fernandes turned. He done a nice little turn and just made one of the defenders, who might probably would have been Dyer, look absolutely silly. To be fair, Dyer makes himself look silly with a shitty mohawk, but yeah. Brighton obviously beat Arsenal, which, thank you very much, provided me with some absolute great laughs, and obviously Troops and Arsenal Fan TV, and my pie just being an utter bellend. If he'd done that against my club, I'd be fuming, but doing it against Arsenal just made me fucking laugh. In terms of a prediction, I'm going to go 2-0 to Manchester United. Fairly straightforward, although Brighton have now picked up momentum with a win over what they would consider to be a top club.
Now, Arsenal versus Norwich. On paper, what should be a relegation battle game, but you know, things haven't worked out that way with Aston. And for me, it's got one thing written all over it, being 0-0 up until probably the 86th minute onwards, and then Arsenal thinking, oh, actually, we're meant to be playing like a top 6 club, and then they go and get 1 goal and they win 1-0. Because I think they'd be gutted if you're a Norwich fan, obviously, because you could get a crucial point against a
I reckon
team.
Norwich fans do reckon they can get something out of this.
It's happened before with Arsenal being in the shit pit and going up against a shitter team, or worse team, let's not say shitter, a worse team, and they scrape a 1-0 win because shithousery.
I think the exact same scoreline, and I think the same sort of thing is going to happen. It's going to be a really boring game. I think Norwich are going to have the majority of the chances, and I see someone like Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang just thinking, hang on, I'm actually quite a good
Arsenal
player.
yawning, the boring cunts.
And probably fluking a goal, and you're going to be like, Troops and shit. No, don't know.
Actually, I'd have a massive orgasm over it. We're back! Now Bournemouth versus Newcastle. Bournemouth are in a shit pit, let's face it. They should have picked up some points against Crystal Palace, and they didn't. And I just see a one-way train for them for the rest of the season. Contemplating a one letter, which is the letter L. I'm just going to carry on here. Newcastle played well against Sheffield United, granted they took a sending off. I'm going with another 1-0, but this time to Newcastle.
I think that Bournemouth are in a shit pit, like Aaron says. Ryan Fraser, he could have been absolutely crucial.
It's not he could have been, he would have been.
But unfortunately he's not going to play for the club again. I think, I don't know, I understand wanting to get a move to a bigger club, but I think, you know,
you've got to play for the present.
Disrespecting a club that put you on the map, I think it's really disrespectful. Then I won't get into that because I don't know the ins and outs, but yeah, Newcastle, like Aaron said again, really good performance against Sheffield United. They obviously Sheffield United fell apart after the red card, but they still played really well, Newcastle, and like I said, Steve Bruce does know how to whip it out when he wants to. He's done it against Tottenham when they won, and a famous defensive masterclass. But yeah, I see this game being really open. I think St Maximin is going to do his usual. Joe Linton might be firing on all cylinders now he's got the crucial first goal.
Second, mate, don't rule him out.
Yeah, but first of the new season. Bournemouth, I think they need to go all out, even if it means they get relegated. If they get relegated and they go out fighting, then it's better than getting relegated, going down with a floppy penis. So yeah, I think it's going to be Desmond. My Desmond prediction of the video. but it could either be an exciting game like I think it might be, or an absolute ball or 0-0.
Now moving on to Everton versus Leicester. Everton, as I said in the last video, they're a good side, managed by a good team. Leicester, they played a bit poor against Watford, I think, but they're going to have a couple of games under their belt, so a bit of match fitness. And I think this is going to be an open game. I've gone with a Desmond, I've gone with 2-2, you know. It's just the attack lines going up against each other, and two good fullbacks pushing forward, and I think it's got loads of goals in it.
I don't see it being a particularly exciting game, although you'd think on paper it would be. The Merseyside derby was an absolute ball to watch. There was a few chances. I think notably in the second half there was a few chances.
Yeah,
but
post a couple of times.
It was, yeah, was it Calvert-Lewin?
Yeah.
That was a real good chance to win the game. Yeah, I think it's going to be 1-1.
Moving on to West Ham versus Chelsea. West Ham, the more you look at their fixtures, the more you realise they're doomed. They're now in the relegation zone officially. I think that continues for them. Let's face it, they're playing against Chelsea, who, when Pulisic came on against Villa, he changed the game for them. They play Man City before this game, which could boost their confidence. New signings coming in, so the future's already like their team within the future within the team is confirmed. You've got players coming in, you've got something to look forward to, you've got a vision with Frank Lampard. You know, going forward, you're going to do well. On the other side, you have West Ham, who have the Championship up their back, trying to grab them by the arse and pull them in. Chelsea will win 2-0.
Again, I think the same thing. We've got quite a few scorelines the same this weekend, and I think the exact same reasons. West Ham's fixture list is fucking rough. Apart from the final day where they go up against Aston Villa, which could be an absolutely crucial game, and depending on the circumstances, whoever wins and goes further up the table, which I don't think either team are going to do particularly well, and so they could already be down, or they could be fighting for the last place. But anyway,
they have some absolute cracking players though. Like, I hate the guy, but Declan Rice is a decent player. Felipe Anderson, Haller. They shouldn't be in a relegation battle.
Himself. He started the season off alright. If I remember, but he's just drowned out.
Now Sheffield United versus Tottenham. This is a crucial game for both sides. Sheffield United, if they want to get Europa League at least now, they need to win. Same for Tottenham. Europa League, I have to speak Europa League now because I'm just being realistic and setting my sights on Europe. It's an absolute crucial game for both sides. Sheffield United, I've said it, I think I've said it in the video, but I think they're going to struggle without their fans. And Spurs, we showed glimpses against Man United of how we can play, and we have a fully fit squad now going into the West Ham game, which we should win. Way to Sheffield United is going to be a struggle. We've struggled against the teams that have got promoted away from home, but without fans, I think it's just down to sheer class in the team. I think we can't keep a clean sheet to save our life, so I think we concede, but I think we outscore Sheffield United, so I'm going with the 2-1. Spurs win.
The good news coming out of Tottenham today is the fact that Jan Vertonghen has signed at least till the end of the season.
It's sad that his last games won't be in front of fans, but
to have him there is Lily security for the partnership between him and Toby Alderweireld. But yeah, in terms of my thoughts on this game, I think 2-0 Tottenham.
That's what I originally put, but we can't keep a clean sheet to save our life.
Yeah, that and the fact that, like I said in the previous video, you don't know what Tottenham's going to turn up. They're so indecisive about their playing style. It's very...
And who we play. Like, we haven't seen the full Tottenham under Mourinho. Like, he has 6 attacking options. We haven't seen the proper midfield defence. I don't want to speak about, but if we have Ndombele, Sissoko, Lo Celso, Bergwijn, Son, Kane, then absolute sauce. I'm going to jizz over the team sheet 6 times and then we're going to lose. the actual game.
I don't know whether that's down to Mourinho wanting a transfer window, or it's just his stubbornness and to not try anyone new.
And now the last game is Man City versus Liverpool. Now the last video that went up, I told Liverpool to be crowned champions. Obviously, now this is the game that they could win the title against Man City if all goes to plan, results go the way that they should.
Yeah.
Liverpool, they played so poor yesterday. And Man City are just Man City. Like,
they'll have a fire in their belly for this game.
yeah.
They really will.
Liverpool, they're just playing sitting ducks at the minute, waiting to officially win the league. I think it's playing on their mind a little bit, maybe, that they've won the league, but they need to get over the line with the league. They play, who did they play this week? They played Crystal Palace this week, so they should win. But going into Man City, especially at the Etihad, not that it matters, but I see a 2-1 Man City win. I think Liverpool will wait a bit longer for the title. It's theirs, it's just a case of when, and I think that's going to get to them a little bit.
Again, I think the exact same thing as Aaron, and I think the exact same reasons. I think there's going to be a real hunger and fire in the
like a sort of
bellies
fuck you
Manchester
Liverpool
City.
from Man
Yeah,
City.
and they're not going to make it easy. They're going to be rough. They're going to be horrible. They're going to be dirty.
Yeah.
They're going to let them know that you motherfuckers aren't going to win this easily, although they have slacks for the last. But Pep's going to be rallied up. He's going to rally his troops to a 2-1 win.
But yeah, that's the end of the video. It's been pretty solid recording session. You going for a fart?
That's a fart. I already did fart. I thought my chair might have broke halfway through, but it didn't.
But yeah, thank you guys for watching. We will see you later. Goodbye.
I roll the dice, see where life takes